Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Deal Hound. Let's see here. I knew that Jeep was going to sell quickly. Oh man, we haven't talked about a couple of these that are on here. So I saved a couple. Okay, oh man. Well, I saved way more than I was expecting for this episode. All right, this episode may go a little bit long. Let's start off. Let's just get going here, guys. I think I did the Prelude. I did the Jeep. Did I do the van last episode? I don't think I did. So I think this is where we started. This is a non-drivable E350, but it broke down a few months ago. It's got a broken T case, but I don't care. These four-wheel drive vans are highly sought after. Whatever money you put into this thing, you're going to get back. I'm not even worried about it. $2,000 for a four-wheel drive E350 club wagon van is a smoking deal. I would snap this up. This is a good deal. I'm not sure what the freak happened here. I don't know if his drive lines were completely out of balance, if they had the wrong angles. Not sure. But if you are into these, I don't know, obviously these are not for everybody. Every deal is not for everybody that watches the episode. So just to be clear, this is for people that know four-wheel drives, know how to work on these cars, know these vehicles inside and out. This is not hard to fix. Transmissions and T cases are cheap on these things. It's actually getting the four-wheel drive van itself is the expensive part, and finding them. So finding a good rust-free body that's in good shape is the tough part. So for $2,000, I'm not even worried about it. This thing, if you got this thing running and driving, even added a pop top, I've seen these things going for 30, 40, 50 grand, depending on how fancy and you want to build this thing out. So anyway, that one's a good deal. Okay, so I posted this one. I do not think this is a good deal. It's not a great deal. It's an okay deal. These short beds, late 90s, so 95, 96, 97, Ford came out with Super Duties and short beds. And this is the first time they ever did it. Never did a F-250 short bed before. These years. So these are kind of sought after. They only did it 3 years before they swapped out to the new body style. So these are sought after. My only complaint: 386,000 miles. I mean, this thing is wore out. 3,500. I don't know. It's not a screaming deal, but it's an okay deal. But it is a manual trans, and that's kind of the reason why I did this, is because the manual transmissions on these short beds are really sought after. I don't think it's a problem to sell this thing. I don't think you're going to make a killing on it. You might be able to sell it for $5,000 or $5,500. That's usually where they're sitting in this condition, is about $5,000. So you can maybe make $1,500, $2,000 on this deal. This one I saved just because. All right, I'll click on this one, but this one was more for me. I just wanted to see what this will sell for. I'm very curious to see how long it'll be on here. I like these old Ford, Ford F800s with a Cummins in them. This has got a P-pump 12 valve. Very interested in this vehicle myself. I've always wanted to grab one of these and do a four-wheel drive conversion and put a big camper on it. Anyway, that one's mostly for me. Okay, so this one here, I know people are going to knock me on this, but I am telling you, this is a good deal. All right, so the only rust I'm seeing on this thing is a little bit here on the fender, but this is a clean truck, and it has the look. You guys have always talked about the look. This one's got the look. Black wheels, black and gold writing, black interior, short bed, step side. Yeah, this is the money truck here. I think personally it could go for 10 grand. I know people think that I'm a little bit far-fetched on that. I don't think I am. I think it does have the look. I would maybe put a new seat in it. I think it would really look good with a new seat, maybe even a brown leather seat with some brown door panels. I think that would set it off. I love the black, the gold with the brown interior. I think that would just be beautiful. But these are getting really hard to find, really hard to find in this condition. So yeah, I think that this is a worthwhile truck. I don't think he's way out of line on this at all, and I think you can actually get 10 grand for that. Okay, next one, Ford Ranger. So this is a 95. So this is still the twin traction beam, the TTB front ends on these, which are sought after in the four-wheel drive community. And this one runs, drives, has a title. He says there's nothing wrong with it. It just doesn't need it anymore. Here's the catch. These Rangers, I've talked to you guys before about these. Rangers are, for some reason, coming back around to these early Rangers. All we ever did, and I said this before in another episode, so bear with me if you've heard this before, but all we ever did was complain. I've had dozens of these Rangers, and all we ever did was complain that they weren't four-door. And now that we have a four-door Ranger, a crew cab Rangers, now these are sought after, and these are becoming collectors. I don't get it. But anyway, this is definitely worth, at 132,000 miles, this is definitely worth more than that. You could probably, I know without a doubt, you could easily double your money on this. Yeah, I bet you could even ask 4 grand for this and probably get it. So just because of the low mileage, yeah, he's way off on that price. Okay, and that's in Casper, Wyoming. If you guys are looking, next one. All right, so this one, okay, so this one was interesting. Let me just kind of. So he talks about transmission blows oil out the vent. I don't understand what he's talking about there. I've never heard of a transmission blowing oil out the vent, but if this is what I'm thinking it is, that it is a four-wheel drive. It says automatic. I'm assuming he's not talking about auto hubs. Yeah, it doesn't have auto hubs. It's got manual hubs. This is in the Ranger community, guys. Again, I don't know why I popped 2 Rangers in a row, but in the Ranger community, this is a highly sought after vehicle. Very highly sought after. So there's a small group of people that claim that the 2.9 is one of the best V6s that Ford ever made, and was even better than the 4-liter. Okay, so that being said, a short bed, single cab, automatic 2.9 with a four-wheel drive is extremely rare. These are really hard to find. Most of them were extended cabs. Most of them they had a 5-speed or whatever. So anyway, this is a rare combo, and it's less than $1,000. Runs and drives. I think you can go wrong, and it's got the newer interior. So so they updated the interior in the late '80s, and so it's got the newer dash and newer gauges. So the people that like these 2.9s, the 2.9s came with the old interior and the new interior. So a lot of people that like the 2.9s try to get it with the newer interior. So yeah, this is a moneymaker here, guys. If you guys want one, you could easily double your money on this one as well. You know, pick this up for $900, list it for $2,500. I guarantee you'd sell it. So, all right, next one. Oh, I did save this one. Okay, I didn't think I saved this one. I forgot. All right, so I think this is cheap, $2,400. I think that $2,400 for a running, driving crew cab four-wheel drive, any running, driving crew cab four-wheel drive in this day and age is on the low side. I'd put a new windshield in it, and I'd honestly ask $4,500 for it. I think so. Oh, that's right. It does have this. Yeah, maybe 4 grand. Ask 4 grand, and that's right. I forgot about that whiskey ding on the back. So you could probably get most of this pulled out. If you guys are not familiar with that, getting that dentless repair, you can get most of that pulled out, and it'll look pretty decent. The only catch is you got go back. Oh, shoot. I'm hoping that he still has the guard. If not, then you'll have to order another one. But Yeah. I still think running, driving just has a few cosmetic things. This one would be easy flip. Even if you didn't want to do anything to it, if you just wanted to clean it up and detail it, you could probably ask 35 for it pretty quick and get it pretty easy. So I would take this rear bumper off for sure and order a new bumper. You pick one of those up for 25 bucks. All right. Oh, here's a running driving Camry for 1,000 bucks. Runs drive, mostly cosmetic issues. Driver's window won't roll up anymore. Let's see, and the handle inside doesn't work. Okay, so that's pretty common on these Camrys. It's usually a bad connection on the. I just clean the contacts on the electric plugs on the door, and then the door handles. They're just plastic, so they break. So you can order those on eBay for, I don't know, $10. And yeah, it's pretty common for these to break right there. So just order that, pull the whole door panel off, clean the contacts on the switches, and I guarantee that window will probably start working again. Yeah, that's a no brainer. That 1,000 bucks, you can just do those two things and probably sell this for $2,500. So there's another one you can double your money on. So there's 3 or 4 in a row right there that you could double your money on. Suzuki Samurai. Okay, so I like these Suzuki Samurais. I'm always looking for these in good deals. This one is not a smoking deal, but here's the catch: 86,000 miles. If you take advantage of the 86,000 miles, you detail the living crap out of under the hood, and you put everything back, and you make it perfect. You could probably put this on Bring a Trailer and get a lot more for it. Well, I know you can get a lot more for it, but you could probably do it. You can probably do it really well on Bring a Trailer. People that post this stuff with like rags up on the dash and all that stuff. No, man, clean this up, detail this out. See this little stuff like this right here? Paint this white. There's nothing wrong with that. Paint this white. Just clean it up. A few little things here and there. Clean up right here. See how this is dirty here? Just clean all this up, detail it out. Take a little touch pen and paint this white. Clean up the dash, make it look perfect. Make it look really clean. 86,000 miles. Has the rear seat. Most of them don't even have the rear seat in them anymore. That's been pulled out, yanked out by somebody. I think this one's worth the money. I don't know why he's got. So this is a factory wheel here, and the rest of the wheels are not. I'm not sure where they're at. I would rather put the factory wheels back on it. So see if you can get those. And I think you can get. Here's another thing. So you can fix like stuff like this. You can get that fixed, and just touch up the white. White's really easy to make look good, and so I would do all the little touch ups here, fix all this stuff. Maybe even order a new stripe, pull this off, and put a new stripe back on it. Small things like that is all you got to do. And I bet you anything this would bring $7,500 because it's under 100,000 miles. It's just really hard to find these in low mileage. So anyway, there you go with that one. Okay, so I posted this one just because I like it. You're not going to make any money on this one, but every once in a while, I got to post something just because I'm impressed with the work that was done. So let me just explain what you're looking at here. You're looking at a 2012 F-250 chassis with the axles from the Super Duty. All right, he cut the chassis down to fit properly. Most people don't do that either. They usually leave a weird gap in the bed here, but he cut it and fit it properly. And then on top of that, put a Cummins in it. Oh man, this is. Oh, I love this truck. I love this truck. And it's not finished, needs some work, but the amount of work that it took to get it to this point, all the hard stuff is really done, guys. You can finesse this thing out, and will you make any money? Yes, you could probably make a couple thousand on this deal. I bet you could list it for 25 and get it done, fixing it and done. But look at all this work. I mean, all this was. Oh my gosh. I am so impressed with the amount of work that this guy did to this. That's the truck I believe he pulled the Cummins out of. And yeah, that was the chassis. I believe that was the chassis he started with. Anyway, a lot of work done here, guys. Here's where he shortened the frame. He did it right. See how you. So this is another thing that people do is you cut this at an angle like a valley, like a V, and then you fill this in when you weld it. And then he made these plates and they overhang. This is done right. I mean, this is stronger than factory at this point. Um, Anyway, very impressed. Yeah, see how you grind these grooves? Yeah, he did a good job. Man, I'm impressed. Look at these body mounts. These are stronger than the factory body mounts. Yeah, he did a good job. Look at that weld. Oh yeah, this ain't going nowhere. I would not worry about this truck one bit. Um, I'm a little taken back that he didn't powder coat the whole frame after he did that. That's one thing you could probably do is you could order the frame paint and go underneath there and just paint the whole frame. But yeah, this is, in my opinion, this is a sweet truck, and it's got the look. I love the not perfect, faded hood, a little bit of fade, but not too bad. Still looks good. Still a good looking truck. Anyway, sorry guys, I just had to leave this one on here. There is some money to be made on it, so in all fairness, I am justified in posting it on here. But this one was more for me than anything else. This one sold. This one sold within minutes, guys. Sorry, I posted yesterday, and I saved it, and it went quick. $5,000 for a running, driving 5.4 that needs a timing tensioner. If anybody knows about these timing tensioners, this is one of the biggest flaws on the 5.4, but it's also one of the biggest reasons people sell them for so cheap. And you can literally steal these trucks. This is what I drive. I drive a F-150 with a 5.4 in it with a 3-valve. And yeah, my timing chain, the old tensioner rattles. But I got it for $1,500 because he thought the motor was shot. And I think I've put 20,000 miles on it since then. And yeah, it rattles every once in a while, but it's not a big enough deal I'm not worried about it. And so anyway, that was a great deal. All right. I won't spend too much time on it because it's already sold. But this one's interesting. These actually do. I looked this up. I had to do some research on it because I've never seen one before. But these actually do sell for about $3,000 and or more. I've seen them sell for $34.99 in some places. This one looks fairly brand new. Kind of cool. These are great for driving around the farm to taking out hay. Out in the field. I don't know. All kinds of different things. We made kind of cool little vehicle for the homestead. You could charge it with a solar panel. I don't know. Kind of cool vehicle. I just thought it was unique, something different, and it's definitely cheap. I when I started looking for these, I have not seen another one even close to $1,800. So I think you'd be fine with it, even if you just bought it to play with for a little while. All right, this one. Okay, so there is a whole group of people that are into these vintage truck campers. This one is highly desirable because it's a side door and the way this was built. Not very many of these around anymore, guys. And this one is in pretty good shape considering. And see, this is all like a one-piece roof. These are highly sought after because they don't leak. And it's got the end cap. This is all fiberglass end cap with a fiberglass top. Anyway, these were built right back in the day. They're built better now. But if you're into collectible vintage RVs and campers and those types of things, this is actually a really good deal. $1,000 for this. It wouldn't take much to restore this. And there's people, like I said, go out to these events and camp all weekend with a bunch of people in these vintage campers. But yeah, this one is just in really actually really good shape. He was asking $2,000 for it, and it's down to $1,000. I think it's worth it. I think if you're into them and you're in that world, you can flip them and make that. Of course, I clicked on one, then more campers started popping up. So anyway, I don't normally post campers, but if they're good deals, I'll post anything that I can make money on. $1,500. I think, for 95 with a slide out and two doors. I think this is a good deal. It does say it has some water damage, but I believe he has the title. Yeah, clean title in hand. But it does have a pop out, and it's pretty nice shape inside. I believe that there's the little bit of water damage. That's the only thing I've seen that looks like it might have water damage. Um, Everything else looked good in here. I didn't see anything that was sagging or damaged. Anyway, it's in decent shape. I'm not huge into campers, but you know, if it's a good deal, like I said, I think you could flip this. You could probably make $1,000 on it. So yeah, maybe spend the summer in it, camping with your friends and camping with your kids or something, and then sell it and make $1,000. I saved this one more for me. Um, I got that F-150, and I have a set of these wheels. I was shocked to find another set with the rings. From what I have seen, the beadlock rings themselves, I've seen sell for a set of four of them sell for $1,000. So I think he's definitely in the money on these. I think this is a good deal, $1,500 for a set of beadlock SVT wheels. So these are beadlock capable, but he also has the factory beadlock. So this is the street version, and then these are the actual beadlocks. So yeah, I think I don't think he's off on these. Okay, so this was a good deal. I'm not sure where this one was. I can't remember where it was. Let's see. It was Cheyenne. Okay, man, where else are you gonna find half ton? He says it doesn't run, needs a transmission. Oh, it needs a fuel pump. That's what it was. Okay, so I don't know. I'd spray some starter fluid in it. If it cranks and runs for a few minutes, I'd snatch this thing up. $600. You can't go wrong with that. For just a nice straight. So pop this out. This is not that hard to pop out, and buff it and make it. Polish this thing up. Polish this turd, and make it look good. Clean up the interior. Look at all this. I mean, get rid of all this crap. Clean up all this dirt. Clean the seat. I'm telling you, this is a $2,500 truck. I believe that's a $2,500 truck if you cleaned it up. It's got the good stance to it. It's got decent wheels. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna get hurt at $600 on that. I know you can double your money, if not quadruple your money. Okay, so this one was interesting. The guy wrote a whole bunch on this. You can go and read this post. It's in Albuquerque if you want to. It's a 97 WS6. So the WS6s, they did not make very many of these. They only built about 1,400. You can see right here, 1,400 six-speed transmission ones. So this is a six-speed. It is a 97, and it does have the ram air option. Dash is cracked. There are some issues with this one. He claims it only got 150,000 miles. I don't know. He says the odometer doesn't work anymore. So, do your own due diligence on this one, but I think there's money to be made on this one. Yeah, not a lot, but there is some money on that one. You just don't find WS6 six speeds anymore. I wish it was a T-top one myself, but some people just don't like the T-top, so this would be perfect for them. Really hard to find. Again, you don't see many six-speed WS6s out there anymore, especially for $3,500. So I think you're in the money on that. Okay. Oh, look at this one. I thought this one was going to sell before I even posted it. He literally posted this 7 hours ago, guys. This one is the money. You want to talk about doubling your money? I think you can make $5,000 on this deal. This is a clean truck. A little bit of rust over that, but otherwise clean. It's in Kansas. I don't see any rust anywhere else. Of course, he didn't have very many pictures, but this is a running, driving Cummins for $5,000, and it's 4-wheel drive. Go steal this thing, guys. Somebody, please post up and tell me you bought this thing. I'm half tempted to jump in the truck and go to Kansas, pick that up myself. That is, yeah. If you can't get $10,000 for that, I'd be shocked. Yeah, you can get $10,000 for that all day long. yeah, it's only got 200,000 miles on it. It's not beat to snot. Nice straight truck. Yeah, I'd be shocked if you can't get that. All right, last one. Yeah, we've gone way over. Normally, I'd like to keep these around 15 minutes, but this one's 10 minutes over. So, anyway, this one is a good deal. I like these Honda Elements. I'm always on the lookout for these because these things are fire. People buy these things up all the time. This one is a four-wheel drive. It is a 5-speed, and he said it just clutches out. It looks clean, a little bit right there, a little tear right there, which is common on these. But everything else looks good, guys. I'm not seeing anything majorly sticking out to me here. But four-wheel drive with a 5-speed, of course, it could use cleaned up, obviously. But it's got the look. It's got, it's not different colors or beat up or anything on the outside. So, yeah, I mean, these things sell for 35 to 5,500 all day long. So yeah, it doesn't take less than $500 to put a clutch in this thing, and you're in the money. So yeah, there's another one you can easily double your money on. I think there's double, not double. This one you could quadruple. I bet you could double on that one. Not double. Double. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 of the vehicles today you could easily double your money on. All right, guys. Hey, if that isn't worth a like and a subscribe, I don't know what is. Come on, guys. Help me out here and get this channel growing. Like and subscribe. If you guys find anything that you want, that you're looking for, post it in the comments. Send me a message on Facebook, and I'll add it to my search terms and see if we can't find you a smoking deal on a truck or car that you're looking for. Hope this was a good episode for you guys. I will talk at you later. Take care.